Harry K. Thaw wasn't always the mental case murderer committing the murder of the century, according to the New York Times. He started out as a troublemaker, being expelled from Pittsburgh's elite private schools. He obviously wasn't the most aspiring student, purposely causing chaos in his class and trying to move schools. His father, William Thaw, used his social status to get Harry into the University of Pittsburgh to study law. William Thaw, a self-made millionaire, made most of his money investing in the Pennsylvania Railroad Company. He gave enormous amounts of money to Harvard and Princeton, which Harry eventually used to get into Harvard Law School. Harry spent most of his time there playing poker, attending cockfights, binge drinking, and flirting with young women. He was eventually expelled for running through the streets of Cambridge one night, chasing a taxi with a loaded shotgun. For most of the years after leaving Harvard, Harry drifted between Pennsylvania and New York City, exhibiting the Broadway and burlesque shows that New York City had to offer, his parents none the wiser. At a party in New York City, he met Evelyn Nesbit, a model and choir girl in Broadway shows. Harry became obsessed with her, eventually becoming to a full-out stalker. After many months of winning Evelyn and her unapproving mother over, Harry and Evelyn were married on April 4th, 1905. After their extended honeymoon traveling through Europe, the couple returned to the United States. Evelyn had begun to see more of her longtime friend, Stanford White, a revolutionary architect of the period. White had warned Evelyn of Harry's violent tendencies before their marriage. Harry began to wonder if Stanford and Evelyn were having an affair, becoming jealous. Harry began to wonder if Stanford and Evelyn were having an affair, knowing that Stanford was a known womanizer. On June 25, 1906, Harry and Evelyn ran into Stanford White at a restaurant. During the conversation, White and the Thaws discovered that they were both going to see the show Mamselle Champagne that evening. Upon returning from the dinner, Harry disappeared for several hours, returning only to get dressed for the show and pick up Evelyn. During the show, Harry wandered through the crowd in a long black overcoat, nearly approaching White almost 3 times. At last, during the finale, Harry pulled a gun and fired 3 shots into White's face, killing him instantly. Audience members didn't realize it wasn't staged, as unexpected dramatic scenes were popular at the time, and continued on enjoying the show. Harry truly believed that he had saved Evelyn's life by murdering White. During the trial, it came out that Harry was an extreme cocaine addict, injecting himself with lethal mixes of morphine, heroin, and cocaine. Harry and Evelyn were divorced when he was convicted. Harry was sent to Mattawan State Hospital for the criminally insane in Fishkill, New York, where he did as he pleased. In 1916, he was released and then reincarcerated after only 3 months for beating teenage boys with horsewhips. Harry was completely released in 1924, joining a volunteer fire department and setting up a house in Clearbrook, Virginia. He was released and then reincarcerated after only 3 months for beating teenage boys with horsewhips. Harry was completely released in 1924, joining a volunteer fire department and setting up a house in Clearbrook, Virginia. In 1944, he sold his house in Clearbrook and moved to Miami, where he died of a heart attack in 1947 at age 77.